Do you ever just scroll through TikTok being like, what is going on here? Like, what are these books people are reading? And then you find yourself at the bookstore and you buy those books without knowing what they're about. Because that's what I did. I know I have issues, you don't have to tell me. So now it's time to figure out if the books TikTok told me to buy are actually worth it. So buckle up and let's read Magnolia Parks. Hi, hello, and welcome everybody to another reading vlog. I'm not gonna beat around the bush for too long. We are reading the Magnolia Parks series. I am excited and terrified at the same time because people have high expectations and I have absolutely no idea what this is about. I think it's kind of like a Gossip Girl-ish society of rich people. All I know is that I ordered all of these books because I wanted these covers and they've changed the covers and I just want this. First book in this series is Magnolia Parks. Then we have Daisy Hates. And then we have the second Magnolia Parks, which is then like, this goes on. It's the third book in the series. It is Into the Dark. Then we have The Great Undoing of Daisy Hates. And then lastly is The Long Way Home, Magnolia Parks again. I love these covers. They're so gorgeous. Can we just take like a second to just appreciate these covers? They're so beautiful. The back says, how many loves do you get in a lifetime? She's a beautiful, self-involved, mildly neurotic London socialite. He's Britain's most photographed bad boy who broke her heart. But Magnolia Parks and BJ Ballatine are meant for each other, aren't they? Like, it's giving high society, troubled teenagers romance. I'm not even gonna look at what the back says of the other books just because I don't want to spoil myself, okay? And I don't want to spoil you. This is spoiler free. No spoilers here. I'm probably not gonna read this until like later tonight, so you're probably gonna see me read like a little bit and bits and pieces, and then I'm gonna see you with an update once I start. Do you want to guess what day it is? Friday. A week later, I am finally ready to start reading this book. I technically started reading it on my Kindle, but then I got sidetracked because this book came out and I was like, and also I went down a rabbit hole and I read 6 other romance books on my Kindle. But I am finally ready to start Magnolia Parks. So let's get into this. Date. I like it. I wasn't expecting it, okay? From the first chapter that I've read before, I was like, I'm not gonna enjoy this. I'm massively enjoying this. I didn't think I would feel connected to this character, but for some reason, I get her. It makes sense. It makes sense to me. The two of them, BJ and Magnolia, they're like in this very, very toxic place where neither of them wants to give up their stance of power and where they're just in this dynamic of always like hurting the other more, but also like needing each other. It's painful, but it's good and it hurts me, but it hurts the right way. I'm gonna continue reading for the rest of the night. I'm gonna have a blast and I'm gonna check in with you at some point, whether that is here, or when the book is done, I don't know. But I am determined to read this tonight, tomorrow, and then finish the series by Monday. It's Friday night. I have issues. It's the next morning and I am 50% into this book. I don't know at what point I decided to completely switch to reading on the Kindle. It just feels more comfortable for romance books for me, so it's what I'm doing. It's like, it's faster, okay? It's just faster. I weirdly like that they're in this toxic relationship. I am very aware that it's a toxic relationship, and they're extremely aware that it's a toxic relationship, and they're not doing anything about it, but they both want to do things about it. I think overall, this book is very well done. I also have a feeling that I'm gonna like Daisy Hates. I've met Daisy now, and I can already tell you that I love Daisy. So the plan is, continue reading this, maybe finish it today, and then immediately start the next one. Okay, this is probably going to be the last update on this book before I finish it. I'm currently 75% into this book, and I'm weirdly invested. This is one of the only love triangles that I'm not really mad about, just because they know about each other. They know that Magnolia just cannot decide between whoever, and It's just the whole thing. It's extremely toxic, but for some reason, it's very like entertaining and I'm here for it. This is not gonna be my new favorite book, but this series has a lot of potential and I'm like kind of into it. I did it. I finished the book. I lost control of my jaw for a second. It was just like hanging open towards the end. Because, you know, I was expecting it to be like this, but also I wasn't expecting it. And then like the last sentence, I was like, okay, wow. Yeah, I liked the book. I'm still debating on like giving it a rating. I have to immediately go into the next book, which is the Daisy Hates book. So I'm ready. I'm grabbing the second book. Hold on. Here we go. Ta-da! I think I like this cover. This cover. It's giving Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio. Like this one was giving Gossip Girl. And this one is giving Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio. Let's read. Oh, Jesus Christ. There's footnotes. What am I supposed to do with footnotes? I am one of those people that I never read the footnotes. If there's footnotes, I don't read them. It's the same with like these tiny little like poems. I don't read them. I don't care about them. They might be very beautiful and stunning, but they don't do anything for me. I am not able to read between the lines. I'm just gonna read now. And I will come back to you once I have an update because now I'm invested. First update on Daisy Hates. It's good so far. I'm enjoying it a little bit more than I was enjoying Magnolia Parks, just because I like Daisy a lot more. I think Daisy is a lot more relatable. I think I will continue now. Read this book, continue it. I might swap to an audiobook, I'm not sure, but I will definitely be trying to continue this book, maybe even finish it tonight because it's quick. It's a quick read. It's easy to read and I'm having a blast. So why not? Why not? A wonderful good morning to you all. I am this far into the book, which is 256 pages. Sometime last night I swapped over to the Kindle just because it's dark. Technically it's 61% now. Anyway, reading the book, having a great time, kind of living out every single mafia romance I've ever read. There is a lot more violence in this one than there is in the other one. Like there's people dying. I also like the kind of like thing that Daisy is kind of obsessed with art, and I also like that we kind of know now why Daisy hates Magnolia. It's good. I like it. We're just gonna read and I'm just gonna get back to you once I'm done with this book. I was good, okay? It's now 11:52 and I finished the book. I have split opinions on this, so let me tell you. I really enjoyed the first 2/3 of the book, which might be a little controversial, but then towards the end, I didn't have the best time anymore. It was still good, it was still entertaining, but I was like, I've heard this drama before. Essentially, the plot of like this story is very similar to the plot of Magnolia Parks, because in both situations you have a person who is like still in love with the ex. It is now time for starting the next book, starting the third book. Wait, hold on. Into the Dark is not this is the 5th book. Okay, I made a mistake. This is the next one. This is The Long Way Home is the next book I'm gonna be reading. I'm not sure I'm prepared to be really invested into Magnolia's story, but I'm also like really invested. It's a love-hate relationship that I have with her, and that's weird because obviously she is a big love-hate relationship herself. I will be starting to read this as the paperback again, and then like after some time I will probably be switching over to the Kindle version just because it's more convenient. This book is so heavy, it will just hurt. Okay, but we're a year after the first Magnolia Parks. We're doing like a little time skip. And I'm honestly ready to jump into this. I am ready. I'm also scared and terrified, but I'm ready. So let's go. Alright, I am now about an hour in, which is about an hour in. I'm exactly an hour in. Page 124. And I have to say, for this book, a trigger warning, okay? Just, if you don't want to hear it, skip now. Trigger warning, miscarriage. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Now that I have you all back, we're not spoiling anything here, okay? I felt like a trigger warning was necessary. This book, I'm having fun. I'm liking it. It's good. It's a lot more emotional. I think it's good that BJ is in therapy. Honestly, I think he needs therapy. I think some people need therapy. I needed therapy. I think that I became a better person while I was in therapy. Was I a bad person before? I hope not. But was I a better person coming out of therapy? Absolutely. Sure. I think everybody is. Just a bit of like reflecting yourself. Anyway, BJ apparently reflected because I would say he is now a lot more stable, a lot more grown up than Magnolia. And Magnolia is the kind of person that still doesn't really know what she wants. So, we're just continuing with their story, and I'm having a good time. I'm having a fun time. I would say I will continue reading for the rest of the day. Let's continue this book. Okay, I don't know where, I don't know how, but I've read this plotline that's going on right now before, and I hated it. If you want to end the relationship, end it. You help absolutely nobody if you drag it out even though you want to end it. That's making it worse. It wasn't Heartstopper! Oh my gosh, it was Heartstopper. Well, not really, but the feeling was the same. The Heartstopper show where Nick is supposed to go on this date with Imogen, but it's Charlie's birthday, and his mom just asks him like, do you want to go? Why'd you say yes? And he's like, her dog died. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now, and I'm not happy about it. The thing is, right now, I'm not invested, and I don't know why, but I suddenly lost interest, and I'm just like, I want to have a peek at the end and just be like, I'm done. Okay, but how can I be equally stressed and invested into this story? I am 40% in. I'm not gonna be able to finish anything tonight. I am very tired. So I think it is just time to call it a day, and I will see you with an update tomorrow. If they have one more back and forth in their fucking dysfunctional relationship, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It makes me so angry. The thing about this book is that after every chapter, I need a break. I need to sit down and take a break from this book because it's bothering me so much. The thing is, I'm not having so much fun anymore. You could have just left some of the conflicts out and made it shorter. I feel like I just don't have the brain capacity to plow through, I don't know, 500, 600 pages of back and forth romance between BJ and Magnolia where they don't do stuff about what they do. I'm thinking right now of downloading the audiobook and then just like playing some Stardew Valley while I listen to it, just because that will be much more fun. I don't know. I have a feeling that the next Stacey Hates book is gonna be better. It's just annoying. Yeah, I'm literally thinking this is my last chance of finishing this book. This is like the last choice that I have, because this is not doing it for me and the book is not doing it for me. So I think I might have to get the audiobook and just like play some Stardew Valley all day. The audiobook says I have another 5 hours, with it being on 1.7 times the speed. However, I think I'll just do my usual of like twice the speed or like even faster. Okay, I will be sitting at my desk now, playing some Stardew Valley, listening to the audiobook, and I will be back if I have news. You're getting an audiobook update. I am on chapter 64 right now, which is 75% into this. I listened to 25% of this audiobook, and I feel like a lot of stuff happened in those 25%, but at the same time, absolutely fucking nothing happened. I'm at a point where I just don't care enough. So, I have about 2.5 hours left of the audiobook. Well, 2 hours and 12 minutes technically. So, my plan is to maybe like clean my room a little bit. So my plan is listen to the audiobook while I'm cleaning my room, and then hopefully by the time this is done, I feel better. The thing is, now I need to fucking read the next book. Here we go. The end of it was good. It was good again. The way that they dealt with everything in the end with they evolved so much. I feel like they finally grew up and became adults and were like, you know what? Let's talk about it. I want to call it a cliffhanger. I want to call it a huge cliffhanger. I just don't know if it is a cliffhanger. And now I'm scared and I want to read the next book. But I can't because I need to read Daisy Hates. And I want to because I like Daisy's story and I think Daisy's story is going to be very interesting as well. I was not expecting this. Like, I was not expecting a lot in the end. Like, I just wasn't expecting it. But those last few sentences, let's just say I wasn't expecting it and leave it at that. If you want to talk to me about it, please DM me on Instagram or TikTok or anywhere because I need to talk about it, but I won't spoil this book for you. Let's read. I've just realized that I'm gonna have to end this video here with me being 4 pages into The Great Undoing Daisy Hates. I just can't do it right now. I have entered a reading slump, which is definitely not because I filmed a 12-hour readathon yesterday and I've read a lot of books. It's just that I have a lot to do and I'm very, very stressed out. So I just won't be able to continue reading these books because I'm driving to my parents' house for the weekend and I'm not feeling those books right now. Like, what I'm feeling right now is fantasy and like just magical stuff or like even darker stuff. But these books are just like not giving it to me right now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna end the video here and I'm gonna say goodbye to all of you with the promise that I will read this someday in the future and I will tell you all about it. But until then, I will see you for the next video that I make. If you did enjoy this video, remember to leave a like, comment if you've read these books, by the way. I would be really interested in your thoughts. Consider subscribing if you don't already, and I will see you for the next video that I make. Goodbye! I kind of feel like I gave up, but also at the same time, this wasn't a challenge. This was just me reading, and I really don't have the time right now.